Welcome to History Love, where we explore the stories, people, and events that shaped our world. Let's dive into the past and uncover history's most fascinating moments. Battle of Chancellorsville. The Battle of Chancellorsville. Triumph and Tragedy. In the spring of 1863, the dense forests of Virginia's wilderness became the stage for one of the most audacious and consequential battles of the American Civil War. The Battle of Chancellorsville, fought from April 30th to May 5th, was a stunning Confederate victory, though it came at an incalculable cost. Prelude to battle. The winter months had left the Confederate Army of Northern Virginia, commanded by General Robert E. Lee, and the Union forces under General Joseph Hooker in a standoff along the Rappahannock River. Following the devastating Union defeat at Fredericksburg in December 1862, Hooker sought redemption through a bold and ambitious campaign. On April 27th, Hooker launched his plan. He dispatched his cavalry behind Lee's army to sever potential escape routes and sent General John Sedgwick with 30,000 men across the Rappahannock below Fredericksburg. Meanwhile, Hooker moved the bulk of his army upriver, crossing with over 130,000 men. By May 1st, the Union forces converged near the crossroads at Chancellorsville, prepared to deliver a decisive blow. However, Hooker's strategy faltered from the start. With his cavalry scattered and ineffective, he was blind to Lee's movements. In stark contrast, Lee, commanding a force of just 60,000, exhibited unparalleled boldness. On May 2nd, Lee defied military convention, splitting his already outnumbered forces. While he held Hooker's attention with a smaller contingent, he sent General Stonewall Jackson and his legendary foot cavalry on a daring flank march to strike the Union right. The attack on May 2nd. As dusk fell on May 2nd, Jackson's troops emerged from the dense underbrush like specters, crashing into the unsuspecting Union right flank. The assault was devastating. The Union lines collapsed in chaos, and the rout of Hooker's flank marked one of the most brilliant tactical maneuvers of the war. Lee's gamble had paid off, but it came at a heavy price. That evening, while scouting Union positions, Jackson was mistakenly fired upon by his own men. Severely wounded, Jackson's left arm was amputated in a field hospital. His absence left a void in the Confederate command and marked the beginning of a tragic turn for Lee's army. The final push and retreat. Over the next 3 days, Lee pressed the attack, forcing the Union Army into a full retreat north of the Rappahannock. Despite commanding superior numbers, Hooker, unnerved and indecisive, ceded the field. The Union defeat at Chancellorsville was as much a psychological blow as it was a tactical failure. Yet for the South, the triumph was bittersweet. Jackson, Lee's most trusted lieutenant and the architect of the flank attack, succumbed to pneumonia on May 10th, his death casting a long shadow over the victory. Lee, devastated by the loss, mourned Jackson as a soldier who had been his right arm. Aftermath. The Battle of Chancellorsville left the Union Army with over 17,000 casualties, including more than 7,500 killed or missing. The Confederate losses, though fewer in absolute terms, were devastating given their smaller numbers, over 12,000 casualties, including 3,500 killed or missing. Chancellorsville would be remembered as Lee's greatest victory, but it came at a cost the Confederacy could ill afford. The loss of Stonewall Jackson, coupled with the unsustainable toll on Southern forces, foreshadowed the struggles to come. For both sides, the wilderness had become a crucible of courage, strategy, and sacrifice, a battlefield where triumph was inseparable from tragedy. Thanks for joining us on this journey through history. If you loved this story, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to History Love. Together, Let's keep the love for history alive. See you in the next chapter.